Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Simsalaiza and today we're gonna do the Thin House Challenge by James Turner. I downloaded his shell and we're gonna attempt to place a 3 tiles wide house just in between those shells. It's linked on, I think, something from Amsterdam and London where there isn't much space, so you see all the really small or thin houses popping up like right in between these old style houses. Yeah, so I plopped down the walls and the stairs for now and just deciding on a door, and I thought about what I wanted and I got this bohemian style because I really like it, and decided on stone because I thought stone would look much better than just placing wood in between. Yeah, so that's that. I did plan on have sort of like a roof access. I'll talk about this a little later. And I'm sure you've seen James's and Deligracy's video for this challenge, but I also decided to build the kitchen downstairs just because you wouldn't want to walk up those flights of stairs with all your groceries. So yeah, also lovely turquoise green, I think, more like greenish color there. The matching counters, and here and there just like a plop of color in the kitchen area. So you have your stove, you have a dishwasher and the fridge and the sink on the opposite side, and I did put a bin there because I know that's what always gets sort of forgotten. Yeah, and just have a little plant under stairs. Now we're just placing down the kitchen cabinets right there, white ones matching the counters. And I decided I wanted a big tall cupboard right next to it, so just so you have additional storage space right there. Yeah, so you have those two which I couldn't fit together, which was super annoying. But anyway, we move on to the sitting area. I thought about having just like bar stools, but then I wanted the back door as well, and the whole bar thing seemed not interesting. So I settled. I wanted a round table, as you can see. Then this one was too small, and I tried to fit the bigger one in from Island Living, which was too big. And you'll see I finally settled on a rectangular table because I just couldn't make it work, and it was annoying me to no end because I thought if I leave it like this, you can't really use it because your Sims can't get by. So yeah, we're just gonna use that table and place the chairs there, and I'll add a fourth one if you have company over. There you go. Just the lamps from, I think, movie night. I think they're from movie night, and the round paper lampions in the kitchen because I thought they were sort of fun. Yeah, and then I wanted tiles in the kitchen. I ultimately decided on the black and white pattern because I thought matched the best, and we do have the wall color, which I thought matched the stove and the appliances the best. And yeah, I wanted to put something on the wall, so I decided on the herb drying place next to the stove because I think that's just a person who lives there, just have their own herbs growing in the garden, drying them and cooking with them. Yeah, and we move on to the second floor. This is where the bathroom is gonna be. I decided on a plain door. I originally wanted to put a tub in, but it wouldn't really work with the little space we had. I decided on sort of modern tiles from Spade and the same ones on the wall, just to keep it a little plainer. Yeah, I did want to put the tub in and noticed how much space it would take up, so I ultimately decided on a shower. Yeah, just have have your toilet, shower, and a sink right there. Didn't forget about the toilet paper. Yeah, and that's basically it. So it's a simple modern bathroom. You have the little windows there so that you can get some natural light. You do have that little whimsical mirror. I think it matches the bohemian vibe that comes from the kitchen quite nicely. Ultimately, I wanted to have the tiny living lamps. I really liked them, and I thought they worked really well in that sort of space. So that's it for the bathroom. It's plain, simple, modern, and yeah, then I wanted to have sort of I wanted to have a little loft area right there. So I decided to extend the house out for a little bit. This isn't a tiny house for anyone who didn't notice, because I didn't want to limit myself to the 100 tiles. I thought it wouldn't quite work. So yeah, I put in a little balcony right there. I'm sort of a little all over in this build, you'll see in a minute. I couldn't find a door that would extend over the 3 panels, which drives me insane. But yeah, there's a lounge chair right there. I think it should work because I think I didn't have move objects on at this point. And then I wanted to have that whole bohemian vibe, as I said. It was just really hard finding the matching windows that didn't look stupid. As the windows were a thing in this build, I think I'll change that again. And the backside, I wanted to really look out into the garden. I couldn't find a window that would match what I wanted to do. So yeah, I just had this from the top to bottom window sort of thing. And then I got really stuck on that bay window, and I decided like I needed to have that bay window, and it's really pretty. It's actually the area I'm most proud of. Yeah, so second floor, I decided this is going to be the office space. Clearly, as in the Ligracies build, this isn't for a family. I agree with her, would be a nightmare with, I think, 3 flights of stairs and toddlers. No. So actually I envisioned this space for either a couple or just a single girl. Yeah, so here is the old-fashioned desk with the gamer chair, because why not? I wish I had this kind of chair, to be honest. Yeah, little lamp there and the bookcase, and then I really wanted a little nook where you could read, also with that sort of bohemian style element again. And I thought about that the person or people who live here would be sort of not thrifters, but you know, like finding random assortments of furniture and just throwing it all together, and somehow it works. So that's why I had the lamp from Vampires and the super cuddly rug, which I loved. I just didn't like that you couldn't change the color once it was placed down. Yeah, so it took me a while to have it in the right shade, because I thought the white was too stark of a contrast in the space. Yeah, so that's basically it for furniture. And I also love that tiny living picture. And yeah, I mean, twinkly lights, like, I'm a girl, so of course I love twinkly lights. And then yeah, we're moving on to the space above that, which is going to be the living room, which I wanted to have the exposed brick on one side, but I also did want sort of a soft pastel color for the rest. Finally, I think settled on how the windows are gonna look, or what windows to use. And as I said, it was a thing with the windows. I thought those from City Living looked really cool, but it looks stupid having them placed like this, and I was super annoyed that there wasn't really, other than the bay window, there weren't really windows that go over the whole 3 panels, and it drove me a little nuts, to be honest. I ended up with the Moschino windows, which I think that was my main reason for buying that pack, just the windows. Like, I didn't care much for the CAS clothes or anything, just those windows. Yeah, I then was trying to move the staircase because I thought that, as I said, I wanted to have sort of a loft thing there, and it wouldn't work. So yeah, but as I said, I'm really proud of the bay window area with the couch, and there's gonna be a little plant there, and you have your TV on that wall, which I think works. I haven't play tested it, but this build is actually up on the gallery, so you can download it, and please feel free to just optimize it if some things just shouldn't work. I just thought it looked really nice. Yeah, of course there needs to be a rug in this little area, and I couldn't find a tiny living one. Yeah, and I think that was it, and I was looking for, again, the twinkly lights. And then, yeah, we have some skill building. We actually have some skill building on this area. Yeah, I had meditation, painting easel, and the guitar, and there's of course room for something else if your sim is not into these things. Maybe a yoga mat, like whatever you want. It's just, you know, I've thought about painting and guitars. Super nice. And of course it's not decked out with decorations. So of course there's room for more, but if you paint, maybe you can hang up your own pictures there. You don't need to buy one. Yeah, lastly, I think we're going, yeah, I was looking for a neon sign, not realizing that there was, the one I was looking for was actually in lighting, not in decorations. Yeah, lastly, as I said, I wanted to put sort of a rooftop there, and just put down, yeah, a roof, because I thought that wouldn't work with the stairs, and then I couldn't place a fence. Yeah, so it just sort of was like, okay, I'll figure it out later. I just sort of have my things up here, and then the hot tub didn't work. So yeah, I just plopped the roof down, and instead I was going for a skylight, because I thought that would be really nice to have right above where the bed would be. I honestly don't know why it looks that weird, but yeah, there it is. So I also wanted to have that loft looking down into the living room, and I decided to do it on that side because I thought it would be really nice to just sort of look into that cozy little area and out the bay window from above. I wanted to keep the bricks on one side, and I decided on just plain white walls, and then I went with this bed. I actually really like it. Just there, just next to that window, and then I wanted to have like a reading light above it. I know Sims can't read in bed. Then I thought that was sort of cute, and placed it there. So I thought maybe like if you have photos, you could put that inside the frame, the light up frame. You don't have a bedside demo. You actually have a dresser next to the bed and the makeup table there, because I had room to spare and I love that thing. And yeah, more candles, little lights, just super cute. And I really like in the bedroom when you don't have the harsh overhead light, but sort of small lighting, just spots of light where you really need it. For example, on the makeup table, so I thought the light from behind would actually work. Yeah, and just some last minute decorations, some clutter, and I think that was sort of it for the house. And I did want to use the outside space as sort of community garden, so yeah, of course my sim has to have a bike and little planters and the bird feeder right there, and I did want the bee box as well. And yeah, then I tried to do some sort of water feature, which didn't really match. There's additional counter space because we moved the wall out for a little, and yeah, that's sort of finishing touches around the house, and that's it. Yeah, so I think that is it. There's the kitchen on the first floor. Up above you have a little balcony area, office space, and bathroom. I did want to show you in the first person view, but it's sort of not so handy with the small space, so that's why I do it like this. Yeah, above that you have the living room space, and up above there's the bedroom space. So there you have it, my attempt at the Thin House Challenge. As I said, you can find this build on the gallery under my name, Simsalaiza. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!